only thing that I learned about from 1912 was the Titanic. And I'm keeping it real. What it is, what it ain't, it's your girl Umbrella, and I'm back with another video. This is part 2 to the last Black Excellence Untold video about Charles and Willa Bruce, the owners of a California beach resort during 1912 to 1924. We are getting into what's going on in today's society. We're talking about what's going on with the Bruce Beach since the closing in 1924. This is part 2, so buckle your seatbelts, click it, because it's going down. I'm finna drop some tea. I did a lot of research before recording this video, so just like the last one. So we're talking facts right now. I am going to be getting into how, my thoughts and how I feel about this topic. So let's get into part 2. If you're ready, make sure you like, comment below, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. You don't want to miss out on the tea. I'm dropping facts. This series, Black Excellence Untold, is going to be revealing a lot of Black history, specifically with Black business owners and Black inventors, things that we didn't know. I'm finna, dig up the dirt, find out what's going on, and, unleash the skeletons, because we got to know our history at the end of the day. Okay, so I came here with a popping look, you know what I'm saying, for you guys, so that you guys can stay tuned. Okay, I'm serving looks, I'm serving facts, we doing it all, because learning and having knowledge is cute. Okay. I feel like I left off on telling you guys about the article that featured the Bruce Beach back in 1912. I talked about the language discussed in the article that was pretty much racist and kind of like throwing shade against, the resort in general. Talking about how Charles and Willa's influence on the resort and the community actually built up and inspired other Black people to come to the community, create their own businesses, want to stay in the community to live. And I also talked about the adversity that they received while having the resort. So now I'm gonna basically talk about what happened after. I know they were sick because, sometimes when you're opening a business, it doesn't start off prosperous. You're starting off with all that you have. You're starting off with what you have to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of successful businesses are started. It's like you're starting from what you have. Your only resources at the time is what is going to help you succeed and grow, and you gotta stay with it. And I know that for sure. So they may have started off kind of small and with what they had, but over the years the California beach resort actually became very prosperous and successful. By the time of 1923, the resort had its own lodge and cafe. It had an upstairs where there was a dance floor. They had plenty of swimsuits and activities for kids to do and adults. So it was like a full-on business, you know what I'm saying? It had a cafe, like it was a full-on business, and it was very luxurious for Black people, and it was very prosperous. So it's like, you can throw shade all you want to, but it became huge. It was huge. So which is annoying too, because by 1924 they actually the government closed down the business. If you saw the last part, that's why you got to go watch part 1. If you're just tuning into part 2, make sure you go watch part 1 first, because I'm dropping the history of how we got to 1924 with the shutdown and everything. So the government shut down the resort in 1924. In the midst of all the success and the prosperity, it was shut down. It's said, allegedly the city gave Charles and Willa Bruce $14 $500 for them to close down their business, as if they had a choice, because they were closing it down anyway, because they said that they wanted to build a park right there, which is, you know, is neither here nor there. So yeah, it's alleging that they gave them a certain amount of money for them to move out, and they ended up losing their land. And I'm sure that whatever money that the government gave them, it didn't do them justice, because they were very prosperous in their business. They probably was making way more than $14,000, because it was in California. It was a beach resort. A lot of black people didn't have any other beach to go to at the time because of the Jim Crow laws. So I know that they was making money. I know that people, and I'll put pictures up too. I know that people love to go there to just get some peace of mind, especially black people at the time were being harassed by the KKK and other, you know, white racist people were just harassing black people and killing black people. So we didn't really have places to go to relax. So I know that they was getting a lot of money from black people with their business. So I know that they was making more than $14,000. So I'm sure that they had a lot of financial woes because of their shutdown. Anthony Bruce, who lives in Florida, he's actually a descendant of the family, and he is the great-great-great-great-grandson. I believe it's 3 greats. I don't know. I think it's great-great-great-grandson of Charles and Willa Bruce. And I did watch a video and read an article where he talked about going back to the land and having fun there, and you know, just experiencing it and seeing it. And he does remember, you know, going there and things like that as a kid. Lifeguard training center right there, so I'm sure that there's a pool inside, and it's big, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the property is. That's what's on the property right now. Yellow Fever Shepherd actually said, and he's also a descendant of the family. He says, what we want is restoration of our land to us and restitution for the loss of revenues. Meaning, you know, we want our land back, and we want all the money that we were supposed to have if the land didn't get shut down. It would be worth millions of dollars, as I said in the last video. They renamed the beach Bruce Beach in 2007, and they put a plaque right there. So now we're going to get into a lot of the tea part of this, because this is something that is just not okay with me. So there is a plaque there, and I did read an article, and I was like, you know, on the surface, I was like, okay, they put a plaque right there, and it says Bruce Beach, and it's explaining, you know, that this is the land of Charles and Willa Bruce or whatever. So, okay, I'm like, they literally decreed that this land was owned by black people. So that is a good start. But I was wondering why a lot of black people weren't happy about it. And now I know why, okay? So apparently the actual plaque, it says, and it's giving credit to George Peck. And if you watched the last video, then you know who George Peck is. It's giving credit to George Peck, which is a white landowner also in the surrounding area of Bruce Beach, which I don't understand, because if you watch the last video, I discussed in the article in 1912, he was actually making it hard. There was an incident between some people that were coming to the beach and George Peck. George Peck has a property surrounding the beach, and he was saying that some of the black people that were coming to the beach were trespassing on his property because they had to walk past his property. Why is the plaque giving credit to a white man that was making it difficult for black people to enjoy their time at this beach that's black owned, at this beach resort that's black owned? Why is that? Why is it that this plaque is giving credit to someone that was just making black people's stay at this beach resort even harder than it probably was. I don't understand that. George Peck was not someone that enjoyed the black people in the community. He wasn't here for it, so I don't see why he's on the plaque at all. And that's just false. He was not no. He was not helpful in Charles and Willa Bruce's experience as, you know, property owners in the area. So I don't understand why his name is even on it at all. As if the business wouldn't have been successful had it not been for him. No, that's false. Also, so as I said before, that the land was shut down in 1924, and they moved away. Charles and Willa moved away, and people started to still come to the area. Black people still came to the area because they knew it wasn't right. It wasn't right that it was shut down. It was unlawfully shut down. And it was the one place that black people could chill and could relax, and it was taken away from Charles and Willa, but it was also taken away from the community. So, you know, as the years went by, black people still, you know, tried to come to the beach. Even in 1927, members of the NAACP did a swim-in, you know, back in the day in the 1950s. Kind of like a restaurant sit-in or something, but it was like a swim-in, basically. And they did that because they wanted to assert their right to the sea. Like, it's our right and it's our liberty to go to the beach and swim if we want to. 1% of black people are in the area since it was, you know, heavily populated by black people. So now we're going to get to my thoughts on this entire thing. I feel like Charles and Willa's dream of being black business owners was accomplished. I feel like regardless of anything that the government did with shutting them, they still had 15 years of being business owners and owning property, owning real estate, regardless of what the government in California chose to do with, you know, how can I say this? You know, just using any kind of tactics they could to attempt to close them down. So they still made their dreams a reality. Did the government and the white neighbors, did they try to degrade and destroy the property? Yes. Did they try to make Charles and Willa's life a living hell? Yes, they did. But they didn't stop. You can't stop that. You can't stop people's dreams. And their dreams were still accomplished. It's just that it was still a robbery. You know, what the government of Los Angeles did to Charles and Willa from 1912 to 1924 was a highway robbery, and it was crime being committed, and everything was being excused because that was the law at the time. But what happened to what's right and what's wrong? That was wrong. What the government did and that neighborhood did. The only thing that I learned about from 1912 was the Titanic. And I'm keeping it real. That's the only thing I know that happened in 1912 was the Titanic. And I know they didn't tell us anything else about black people, or if there was, I'm pretty sure there was some black people working on the Titanic, but they didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. What's up with that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just sick of all of these lies, and I'm sick of the government just trying to systematically ruin black people and uneducate black people. And that's exactly why I'm making videos as I do, because we need to know exactly what's going on. What happened with Charles and Willa was disgusting, and it was interesting reading all of these articles and seeing what's going on. I really do hope that the family does get their land and their restitution and their monies, because they deserve it. God doesn't like ugly. And I will be checking in on this story to see what's going on. And maybe it might even be a part 3, okay? So I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment below your thoughts, because I'm sharing my thoughts, so I want to hear what y'all got to say. So please comment below and subscribe to this channel. Share this video for people, show people, you know, what's going on, enlighten people. That's what we're trying to do. I don't know everything, so comment something that I left out, you know what I'm saying? We can get this discussion popping, okay? It's Umbrella, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.